Yo, what's up, gamers? So, I walked into the break room today and Gary from IT's building a Lego race car on the table like he's got a corporate Grand Prix to win before his next team call. At first, I'm thinking, cool. Gary found a hobby that doesn't involve expensing gaming chairs as spinal infrastructure. But then I take a closer look and I see he's not racing it, he's not even making it look cool. He's got the manual open instead, highlighting server shutdown dates like he's doing an exit interview for the game itself. And that's when I realized this colorful little brick racer has a corporate countdown clock strapped under the hood. Today we're talking about LEGO 2K Drive, a game you can still technically buy physically, but only if you know exactly what parts are actually surviving. So before we get into this, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Would you still buy a game if you already knew the online half had an expiration date? Now let's grab them up and start talking about it. So what even is LEGO 2K Drive? This game launched back in 2023. It's basically LEGO plus open world racing in a place called Bricklandia. You get to build whatever ridiculous vehicle you can imagine, drive it around, race, explore, and genuinely ignore traffic laws like they were a software bug. On paper, it should have been pure chaotic joy. And honestly, there's still charm in the building tools in the colorful world. You can turn a toaster into a monster truck and nobody stops you. That's the fun part. The problem was never the LEGO, the problem was everything corporate that got bolted on top. Live service structure, microtransactions, menus that feel like they were designed by someone who charges by the click. It started feeling less like a toy box and more like a toy box with a receipt scanner attached. And here's where it gets messy. As of today, May 19th, 2026, the game has been delisted from Steam, Epic, PlayStation, and Xbox. The Nintendo Switch 2 version has until June 5th. If you don't already own it digitally, the door just closed. The online servers are sticking around a little longer. They shut down May 31st, 2027. So new buyers are locked out immediately, while existing owners get one extra year of online play before somebody in an office somewhere flips the final switch. So when those servers go dark in 2027, here's what disappears. Online multiplayer, matchmaking, crossplay, leaderboards, and community sharing for your builds. No more hopping in races with randos, no more watching Brickman 420 ruin your best time from across the planet, and some online achievements become impossible to get. But the game itself doesn't vanish. The story mode, the single-player campaign, Explore Bricklandia, vehicle building customization, and local split-screen multiplayer all stay. You can still sit on the couch with a friend, build something that looks like a lawnmower had a baby with a shopping cart, and race without needing a single server or lobby. It's not dead, it just becomes a smaller, offline-only LEGO racer. The connected experience leaves the building, but the core brick-built experience is still sitting there eating breakroom crackers. If you only ever cared about online multiplayer and sharing creations, yeah, this one hurts. But if you wanted a colorful LEGO racing game you can play on your couch with zero internet, there's still something here. So this is where the series actually earns its name, digitally if you don't buy it before today, or June 5th for the Nintendo Switch, you're done. New purchases are gone, existing owners keep re-download rights, but anything new, like DLC, coins, bundles, they're finished. Physically though, this is a smarter move. PlayStation and Xbox discs contain the base game. Offline play works without any online activation. Used copies are already sitting in that $10, $20 range, which feels way more honest for a game that's losing its connected experience. Now for the Nintendo Switch 2 copies, there's two different versions. The 1.0 launch day version only has a digital code and no cartridge. However, the 1.2 includes a cartridge and has a day one patch for the game, making this version a newer build than the other platforms, including offline modes like story, cup series, races, mini games. All modes are playable solo or with two players in split screen. You just have to figure out which one you're buying. Same story with a lot of modern games. The box outlives the full live experience. So here's my call. Buy the used physical games on PlayStation or Xbox. You get the full offline experience with story mode, local split screen, and vehicle building with zero digital strings attached. My personal recommendation, $15 max. Under that, it's a solid pickup for couch co-op and chaotic building. Over $15, I start walking away unless it's a really good condition. If online multiplayer and sharing your cursed creations were the main reason you wanted it, you might as well skip it. The clock is already ticking on that version of the game. And please, do not pay collector or rare prices just because it got delisted. This isn't suddenly gonna become a hidden gem, it's the same game, just with its connected experience scheduled for deletion in 2027. The value is in the offline experience you can play on your couch, not some artificial scarcity someone slapped on an eBay listing. Back away from those prices like it's a mystery container in the break room fridge. LEGO 2K Drive isn't the most dramatic shutdown we've seen. Offline play survives, which is better than a lot of live service titles that just evaporate. But it's still a perfect example of how weird game ownership has gotten. You buy something, patches happen, delistings happen, servers get scheduled for deletion, and suddenly you're left with whatever the calendar decided to leave behind. When you purchase a modern game nowadays, you're not just buying what it is today, you're buying what it becomes after the servers go dark. Or, if you get it, you got until 2027. So that's all I have. I gotta bounce because Gary just pulled out another manual from his pocket and he's already highlighting my lunch break like it's the next server shutdown date. But before I go, do me a favor, hit like to push this video out and subscribe if you want more of these. Would you still pick up a used physical copy knowing you're getting an offline LEGO racer? Or does losing the connected experience make it an instant pass? This is Scruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.